marketing, the age-old traditional function, which has for many decades been one of those key functions that helps organizations to truly connect with their consumer and the wider population. But over these times, with so many new developments talking about sustainability or technology and so many different trends coming in, how has marketing evolved over the years? And what does it mean to truly be a marketer today? To talk about this, we are meeting via the Global CEO magazine for a very insightful and exclusive discussion with two individuals who have dedicated and committed their lives towards growing marketing and the profession of marketing around the world and especially in Sri Lanka. I'm Tharidu Amarasekara, Senior Lecturer at PIM, and joining me for this very insightful discussion are none other than two distinguished individuals. We have Ms. Maggie Jones, the Director of Qualifications and Partnerships from CIM UK, and Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe, the Director of PIM. Ladies and gentlemen, absolute pleasure to welcome you to this discussion.
Thank you.
So my first question goes on to Maggie. Maggie, you've witnessed how the marketers have been evolving, and especially today, how do you see that the marketer's role has changed in this 21st century which we are living in, which is quite complex and chaotic?
I think to start with, we have to go back to the fact that marketing is the function that drives business performance. And therefore, it is the role of the marketer to oversee that performance, growth, or whatever that may mean. The world that we live in now, I think that we live in, the marketer has to look at more. There's more communication tools, there's more data, customers have more knowledge, and ultimately there's more competition. So the role of the marketer has changed in that because the sector is changing so quickly and it's such a dynamic sector. And so I think the ultimate capability of a marketer is agility, to react and come up with well thought through strategic options at a given point. And of course, AI is one of those areas at the moment that is quite challenging.
Agility, a key feature any marketer needs to have today. Sentiments that resonate quite well with the recent publications with Marketing 6.0, which identifies the need for marketers to be able to agile and shift between different markets, different situations very quickly. Thank you, Maggie, for those thoughts. I now direct my attention towards the Director of PIM, Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe, someone with an extreme vision of making PIM the business school for the new world, has been cultivating marketing skills in professionals for decades. Dr. Ranasinghe, my question to you, sir, is how do you see the new skills that marketers need, especially to not just survive but thrive in this very dynamic market which we are in? What are the new skills that you believe organizations expect from the marketers of today?
The world that we operate today is changing, and it has changed at a very rapid pace in the last few years. In this whole change, the only way to survive and to thrive is for us to create value and capture that value inside the organization. Gone are the days where we do specific marketing activities in our little functions, little silos. Now we need to treat marketing as a philosophy of customer centricity, going beyond the marketplace to the workplace, to the community, to the sustainability angle, this whole sustainability agenda that the companies are forced to drive today. On top of that, that whole local market mindset is changing. Today we are in a global market. Boundaries are falling apart. The way people consume, the way people buy, and the way people watch whatever the communication is changing. So we cannot limit ourselves to that old thinking of just focusing on the target consumer. Though we teach that as the starting point of marketing, marketing has gone beyond the target consumer to a wider set of stakeholders in business.
Thank you very much, Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe, for your opening remarks on that question. Now, one of the driving forces and a key trend that simply cannot be ignored or missed out today is artificial intelligence. Gone are the days where AI was limited just at a research level. Today we see concepts like artificial general intelligence, where we have AI engines which are simply good as humans when it comes to being creative and decision making. How can we forget the rise of certain engines like Gen Alpha 3, where with a simple explanation via text, it generates the videos that you need at maybe 1/10 of the cost of producing an actual video in the real world. With so much of developments coming in, my next question to Maggie is to wonder, how does AI truly change marketing, and what impact do we see AI having on the marketing field as time goes by?
Okay, so there's obviously quite a lot of concerns and talk at the moment about AI replacing people and replacing functions. And I think I have to give people more credence than that. I was at a conference last week where a model was introduced around AI and human integration, and it was discussed that we're probably now in the AI revolution, as we had the industrial revolution previously. So AI will give us lots of opportunities to streamline processes, which ultimately means that we can do more. We can be more agile. We will do things slightly differently. We will do different things. But it is the human touch that brings the critical thinking, that brings the understanding, and brings the level of differentiation that every marketer needs. And so my message to marketers now, especially with recent introduction of DeepSeek as well, which is completely changing the market, and you know, our old friends like Google are losing market share. It's critical that marketers get into that area and they're not concerned about it. They start to learn, they start to integrate, and they start to bring AI into their day-to-day roles and see how that can ultimately improve what we do.
Some interesting thoughts there indeed. My next question to Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe is, now given the need for marketers to upskill themselves to match the demands of this modern world, what the modern business world demands from marketers, how do you see the challenges that these modern day marketers face when it comes to upskilling them, and how is CIM a solution for those challenges? I would like to know the thoughts from none other than Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe.
So in this world today, there is no job or a function without data. It's all about data, big data, analytics, evidence-based decision making as opposed to opinion-based decision making. So it is very risky to make decisions based on opinion because of the simple uncertainty, the complexity that is there in the world. So marketers, of course, have to now go beyond that whole gut feel based decisions. Of course, gut feel is very important, but with data, with consumer data, the shopper data, market data, with all that, we have a lot of help. And Maggie spoke about AI. And if we integrate all these tools, the marketing decisions could be made better. When I say better, the risk of a decision being wrong can be reduced if we are data driven. So marketers, of course, need to be prepared for that. And that is where I think our collaboration with CIM is going to come handy. For Sri Lankan marketers, PIM is getting into a collaboration with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, and I'm very proud to be doing this here because I myself is a chartered marketer and a fellow of CIM, where we give this opportunity for our MBAs to, while they study for the PIM MBA, which of course is the best, you also work for your professional qualification by working on the CIM requirements in terms of getting your CIM professional qualification. So when you have both these coming together, you have the foundation for your marketing acumen, your marketing skills, and then you build your competencies and build the new skills, like what I spoke about, using data, business analytics, finance, which is very important now in today's world. You cannot be a marketer without being able to gauge the return on marketing investment, because the shareholders' money cannot be wasted based on what we think is right. It has to be always used correctly, and marketers need to be accountable for every dollar, every rupee spent on marketing investment. So having CIM is going to be absolutely value adding, because there's no other professional body than CIM which can build the marketing skills in our learning partners and the community that associate with PIM.
Thank you very much, Dr. Asanga, for those insightful thoughts. Finally, my question to Maggie is about how she sees this partnership between PIM and CIM being of value addition to the learning partners of PIM, and also how CIM is keen to work with universities like with campuses, business schools, universities around the world like PIM in taking marketing, essential marketing skills to the future graduates. Maggie, would like to know your concluding thoughts on this.
I think the relationship between CIM and PIM is the outcomes will be much, much greater than the sum of the two parts. These are two strong brands that are collaborating and giving students and the MBA students a level of differentiation that they may not seek elsewhere. But I think it goes wider than that. I think that our collaboration may actually also benefit the profession in the wider sense, because it gives CIM credence in the Sri Lankan market at a level that we've perhaps not had before. It shows that we talk to the profession, we're not just about qualifications. And I think that with the MBA, it's working with those people just about to approach the pinnacle of their career and to focus, to adjust and develop their thinking. We have a number of university accreditations across the globe, around 180. And what those give to CIM is reach and reputation in markets where we may not have quite the same relationship as we do in Sri Lanka.
So we are quite grateful to Dr. Asanga Ranasinghe and Ms. Maggie Jones from CIM for joining us for this discussion to understand the role of marketers in today's markets and what skills are needed to be a marketer who is ready for the future, plus with the insights they gave about the CIM and PIM collaboration, which will deliver massive benefits to learning partners in Sri Lanka. And thank you for joining us with this discussion via the Global CEO magazine.